cry, bro. You just cry. Even when you know your tears not gonna fix.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at women regretting their divorces. Let's jump into it.
Being a single mom is literally the hardest ever. Like, you cannot do anything. I literally got like one side of my weights rack at the gym because I tried to work out, and they're calling me over the intercom to come get him literally after 5 minutes. Because he don't want to be with anybody but me. Because I'm the only person with him. But you literally just can't do anything. I'm literally so exhausted from work, like 90% of the time. So I don't ever get to do like a good, like real workout. And I got up trying to do a workout this evening, and he don't even want to go to the kids club. This is like the third time I've tried to take him. He does not like to be with strangers. So it just makes it hard because I can't do anything.
I think she's honestly more upset that she can't get a workout than actually caring about her child's attachment issues, I think.
I'm pretty new to this single parent thing. Sorry, hold on. So I just got off work, and I went and picked my son up from his dad's, right? And boy, was he distraught. He was so upset. Like, he was crying. He was screaming. He actually didn't want to leave his dad.
That's bound to happen when you use the courts to strip your child away from their father. A lot of these women end up complaining after completely destroying their families.
Please hold. Just seeing how distraught he was killed me. Ooh. I told myself before recording this I was actually gonna hold it together. Here we are. Not my typical content, but I was extremely overwhelmed. I had to take a step away for a second to attempt to gather myself, because I absolutely hated seeing my son's heart broke like that.
It's funny how she didn't consider that before filing for the divorce in the first place. A lot of these women don't actually have a lot of forethought. They just want to go out there and have their fun, so they divorce their husbands because they're unhappy on a random Tuesday. She sacrificed her children's stability for the hope of finding a better man. That is messed up. And let's be honest, a lot of these women will be unable to find a quote-unquote better man when they leave their marriages. Yes, they can find some, some fun bedroom time sometimes, but usually not a man who will take them seriously.
2 divorces.
Kids?
Yes.
How many kids?
3.
From how many fathers?
2. So I have 2 to my first marriage, and then 1 from a guy I dated in high school.
And then question the 2 divorces. Who initiated them?
I did for both.
Briefly, what was the reason for the first one?
The first one, he was kind of manipulative and controlled.
Really quickly, how was he controlling?
I couldn't spend any money. I had to get permission to spend anything. I didn't work. I stayed at home. I had to cook. I had to clean. If I didn't have dinner ready when he expected it to be ready, he would be upset.
Okay, and you stayed home and he provided everything?
Yeah.
She didn't have a job, but still wanted to spend his money, and he's the one who was controlling. These women always talk about, financial abuse from men and all of this nonsense, when in reality, they're the ones siphoning the resources from men.
And you wouldn't have dinner ready when you got home?
Well, I had to maintain 2 small children.
Did you have friends that you were allowed to
No.
go see?
His friends kind of became my friends, and one of her friends, and this is going to sound bad, who ended up being my second husband, stopped coming to our house because he said he didn't like the way he talked to me. And
Wait, so you started dating one of your buddy's good friends?
I know I'm not a good person.
Yeah, that's
like
bad.
I'm a bag. That's okay.
Wait, what?
She started dating her boyfriend's best friend.
No, they weren't best friends.
Well, they were close enough.
Let's get this straight. They were not best friends.
Not anymore, they're not.
She tries to write over being a bad person, even though she was clearly the homewrecker here. Divorce is not the key to happiness, it's just a guarantee for a lifetime's worth of loneliness from what I've been seeing.
It's okay, nobody's coming anyway. Because he decided to leave us for a guy.
It is messed up to me how she used her child like that just to put her ex-husband on blast. You know, many of these videos that we see, women will actually leverage their children. It's super weird.
This one will sting, but it's the truth. A lot of men avoid divorced women and single moms. Not because they're bad people, okay? But because of the baggage that comes with it. Let's break it down, shall we? A divorced woman usually carries emotional scars. She's been through betrayal, conflict, failure, child custody, and often she hasn't healed from it. That pain doesn't just disappear. It bleeds into the next relationship. Men can feel that bitterness, that distrust, and most don't want to pay for what the last man did.
Men have been saying this for literally decades, but some women just refuse to believe it.
Now let's talk about the single moms. It's not just about dating her, it's about inheriting her past. The ex is always in the picture. The baby daddy will be forever tied to her and her child. And no matter how great the guy is, he's never the first priority. Her kids will be. And they should be. The child should come first. But most men aren't signing up to be second place in their own relationship. It doesn't mean divorced women or single moms can't find love. That's not what I'm saying. But it does mean the pool is smaller. Because men weigh these realities before committing to somebody. So stop shaming men for wanting less baggage. It's not hate, it's honesty. If you want a high-value man, you've got to bring more than wounds and history to the relationship. You have to bring healing, peace, and partnership because that's what men stay for.
It's unfortunate that most single mothers will hear this advice and just call her a pick-me. A lot of the times these people won't actually listen to what's being said, and of course they'll just get triggered.
You can love a person, miss a person so much, but still have the wisdom to know they're not your person.
She's already setting that child up for failure, and the kid hasn't even been born yet. It's crazy how women like this feel the need to record stuff like this, and this is one of the huge problems that men have with dating women like this, is you just know they will put your entire life out there on the internet.
Love you, Monster. Oh my god. I'm shaking. I haven't had to be face to face with him in forever. It's scary. I'm fine. I just wasn't expecting it to be him. I thought it was going to be the supervisor.
If she is that stressed out seeing her ex, imagine what kind of stress she's bringing home.
I'm going to be really vulnerable. I reached my breaking point. I have been a single mom, whether I've been a single married mom or just a single mom, for 4.5 years. And for 4.5 years, I have carried the load of more than one person. I want to give my kids the best childhood that I possibly can, but I cannot do that alone.
It's almost as if a child needs two parents in order to have a stable life. I mean, go figure. Again, this is one of those things that men have been saying for a long time, and of course we've been ignored about it.
I accidentally discovered my wife's explicit photos with another man, so I ended it between us.
It's time to throw that phone in the water.
She proposed to me. She's the power person in our relationship. I am working as a chocolatier. She's a vice president in a large corporation. She works long days and longer nights. I cook and keep the house clean and work 5 days a week in a small artisanal shop downtown. We're pretty high end, so I am making good money, but she's making way more than twice my salary.
It doesn't matter if the father works hard, unfortunately. If he's not the breadwinner, then the wife hates him. We see this all the time, guys, where women don't even consider these dudes to be human unless they're earning more money than she is, at least over a long-term period.
So she buys the toys for the house, including a new set-top box for the TV. The set-top box has a screensaver mode where it rotates pictures in your Apple photo library. Last week, she was still at work. I came home for my day, and the TV, which I've used to watch a YouTube video that morning and definitely had turned off, was on screensaver. On it were pictures that must come from her phone, showing her in our living room, one of her female friends, and a guy I've never met in very explicit photos.
Party of 3.
There are not any words to describe the level of betrayal that guy must have felt after seeing that.
On the TV, the pictures move around the room, so I think there must have been a fourth person taking pictures with her phone.
That's crazy.
I said, I know you've been cheating for a while now. I've been working with an attorney and we'll have to talk about these things at some point, so now is a bad time for that as ever. She didn't blow up and deny it. She just deflated and started to shake. So I asked her to sit down. I'm 99% to making something up about a house and avoid the confrontation, but then I guess for the first time, I felt a little anger. So I told her.
You've got to give that guy some credit for being able to keep it together during that whole mess. Again, this is something that men are expected to do because, if you don't keep it together, the woman will file a court order against you or something like this. But, shout out to this guy for keeping it together.
Y'all, imagine being married, asking for a divorce for a specific reason, and then regretting that later. Okay, so there was this woman on TikTok, and she said, well, I am the one who asked for the divorce because I got bored. And they were well off. So this guy is putting in a lot of hours and a lot of work time so that way they can live the comfortable life they were living. Okay, he paying all the bills. So she said she got bored always being home, taking care of the kids and not really having them time or doing like spontaneous fun stuff.
Boredom is not a valid excuse for a divorce. It just shows how selfish the wife was. And usually this is the case. When women are getting divorces these days, it's not because there's actually a legitimate reason, but more so because they're bored and they want to go out there and have their fun.
She asked for a divorce. He gave it to her. And she's been dating for these past 3 years. And so she asks her, how's it been? How's the dating life been? Okay. And she tells her, honestly, it's been trash. It was fun at first, but now it's not fun because I'm looking for something serious now and no guys want to take serious. So now she's like, I want to get serious with someone and I want someone to help me with my kids and help me. And I don't know. She wanted to be a stay-at-home mom again, okay? What she wanted was her old life that she chose to give up for some fun, temporary fun at that.
She wanted her old life back, but there's no getting that back after divorcing a good man, which is something that these women seem to realize far too damn late.
Right, so she left this good man for bull just to regret it. And he has been now in a relationship for 2 years of the 3 years they've been divorced. So a year he took to himself, then he found someone and he's been with that person for 2 years. She is now moved in. She is now living the life that this woman once was living. And she herself has 2 kids, so he's helping her with her kids and his kids. And she's kind of like offended by that. Shorty, you gave him up. He got every right to be happy. And he was a good one because somebody cuffed him up real quick and knew how to keep him. So all I gotta say is if you got a good man, keep him. Keep him. Be bored. Figure it out.
That problem could have been solved with, I don't know, a simple hobby, but of course she chose the nuclear option, as these women typically do. Rather than actually pick up some sort of hobby or become an interesting person in any way, they decide to just go the completely ridiculous route.
How old are you?
28.
28.
You ladies single?
Yes.
Do you have any kids?
Yes.
Why didn't you marry the father of your child?
We did not end up marrying because I truthfully think you can't make someone want to be a dad if they're not ready to be.
So he ran away.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was pretty young. I was 23.
23 is not pretty young. This is the brainwashing that happens to a lot of young women, is they seem to think that, well, I have until I'm like 35 in order to have children. But of course, that's not actually the case. You're going to run into some real difficulties if you try and wait until that sort of time frame.
So just kind of like a, not to say an accident, because everything happens for a reason, but mine was kind of like a, uh-oh. But then also just getting married because you have a kid is like a crazy concept to me.
But what's the scariest thing about like meeting a new guy too when you go on the first date?
Oh, you want like the best of the best. I don't introduce like anyone to my child. I keep my child separate from that. For me, it's kind of like an interview process. You got some steps to pass before we ever get to that point. No one usually makes it to that point.
I have so much going on in my own life that it's like dating a man is like the last thing. Yeah, like literally bottom of the barrel. The easiest thing a woman can get is a man.
It's easy to get a man, as these people say, but impossible to keep one if you're a single mother. I don't know what these women are expecting, right? I hear them brag all the time about how easy it is to get men, but they don't realize they're the ones actually losing. It's about keeping a high-quality man, which, my goodness, these women cannot do to save their lives, apparently.
It feels so stupid to be crying over this, but because, you know, so many people have such like much harder lives, but I don't know, I feel like I work so hard and I try to please everyone, make everyone else around me so happy, and who takes care of me, you know? Single family home, loving partner, and 2 kids. That's all I want, and why is that so hard for me? Because I'm sitting alone in this messy house, alone, I guess waiting for people to start showing up. It's very emotional.
She had that life that she's crying about, but she's the one who threw it all away. Many of the times these women complain about things that they could have had the entire damn time, but they just change between what they want and what they have, and eventually they end up just having nothing.
So my husband decided to drain our joint bank account and leave me after so much controversy on my videos. So on my main page, I made a video about how I didn't want to cook breakfast for my husband because I didn't want to go out of my way from making scrambled eggs to making a fried egg for him. And I said that he could do it himself. I don't cook for my husband, I never have, and I'm not going to be starting today. I'm sorry. I guess he got, you know, wind of the videos, and yeah, he drained our bank account and he has told me that I have to leave. At first, I thought he was the one that's going to be gone and that I was going to be able to stay here, but he returned and he said that I need to pack up my things and go.
She publicly insulted her husband and acted shocked when he wanted her out of his home. So many of these women become so damn comfortable pulling this nonsense, and they're surprised when the dudes just throw them out.
I told him absolutely not, because I have children and me and my children are not going to be in the street. So I told him that he has to evict me. And the one that gave him this idea of leaving me was his birth giver. Yes. His mother was the one that gave him the grand idea to leave me after 15 years. It's honestly ridiculous and disgusting that this is even happening right now.
It sounds inhuman that she referred to his mother as his birth giver. I mean, that just sounds kind of mean. Again, I don't know what's with these women and having to use rude language. It really isn't that difficult to talk like an actual human. She destroyed his life and thought they could be friends afterwards. Talk about delusional.
Stop playing stupid when your man wants a divorce and I don't know why, I'm the victim, it must be another woman. You ain't fooling nobody, I'm a chick too. I was been scrolling through TikTok last night and I can hear a woman. And I hear, we've been together for 30 years, we're a week from moving into our retirement house that we built. Everything's paid off, like, he hit me with, I want a divorce. I'm in shock. I've never been in shock. I beg, I plead, I screamed, I cried, and he wants nothing to do with me.
Generally speaking, if a husband wants a divorce, it has been a long time coming, and it's usually for something really quite serious. You can see this reflected in the divorce statistics, guys. Like, women will divorce men the majority of the time, especially if they're, you know, quote unquote college educated. When a guy divorces a woman, usually there's something seriously wrong there.
Can you imagine if you built this whole life together. Everything's paid off. You're retired. You built your dream house and he wants to leave you. I can tell you right now what she did. I want this, I want that, that's what the you did. You didn't give a about his burdens, you didn't give a about his feelings, you complained, you whined, and you drove the man up a tree.
It takes decades worth of nagging to break down a man to where he wants a divorce, if I'm going to be honest. And many of the times, guys, these men, you know, they've been through a lot more. They just don't want to say it.
To the point where he had no way out. Women will divorce you for next to nothing. When a man puts a ring on your finger, he loves you more than anything in the world. It is unconditional. For a man to ask for a divorce, you had to have put that man through some.
You can tell that guy didn't want to file for divorce, but he was clearly at the end of his rope, which is usually the way it is, by the way. Men don't typically like, you know, leaving their marriages, divorcing their wives. So when they do, it's typically because of something quite serious.
If you are considering leaving your partner, or you think that your partner is about to leave you, listen to the words I'm about to say. I am 5 years post-divorce and I'm remarried. I have a very good relationship with my husband. We have a new daughter together. We're a blended family. I have read over 50-something books on marriage, divorce, attachment theory, all the things. Have spent literally tens of thousands of dollars in therapy. And I wish somebody would have sent me a video like this before my divorce. Sarah's comment, I made this decision and regret it 100%. My ex was a great man. I just thought I'd be happier alone after 20 years of marriage.
Modern divorces rarely lead to happiness. It just leads to more TikTok cringe, as we see thousands and thousands of videos on this channel.
But I was miserable and my daughter was miserable. Biggest mistake ever. First of all, Sarah, thank you for your authentic transparency. Here's what I want to say. No matter the path you take, whether it's staying in the relationship or going through the divorce, both situations take work. Staying in a relationship takes work to have a healthy marriage. And when you decide or whatever to pull the trigger on divorce, you're going to have an entire set of new things to work on going through your divorce. And then multiply that by 10 if you have children.
Who was making her daughter miserable? It wasn't her ex. She said that he was a great man.
I need to talk to somebody. I want to, you know, just like right now. Just call it quits right now. Just listen to this man pour his heart out to me over his life, right? And it was heavy for me, just as it was heavy for him. Heavier for him, but you know what I'm saying? It's still a mental load for me. Just fine, a little bit, because I thought we were not together anymore. So it's like, I don't know if we should be having these conversations. I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to be having these conversations with him or not.
Even when the dude's suffering, she still has to say the mental load hurts her more. I love how these women just make up terms to make themselves the victim. You know, like every Tuesday, guys, we just have a random word they've made up.
It's hard. It was hard in that moment. It's hard for me to sit there and listen to him pour his heart out to me. And I'm supposed to sit there and listen and like help him through it or like talk, you know, just be there for him. The roles were switched. He wouldn't be listening. You know what I'm saying? This is just so hard. Trying to be friends and coexist with an ex because you still have these personal conversations and it still brings up the old memories and I can see why people are screaming at me to get out. Let's be clear though.
She walked out on him in the divorce, but when he opens up, all of a sudden she's a prisoner. This is again why dudes just don't like talking to women about their feelings or anything like that.
I'm not crying over him. I'm crying because I just had to sit through another hour of hurt. Like, I'm happy I could be there for him, be that person that he needed in that time, even though it's like killing me, you know? Just take another one on the chin, you know?
She's making her ex-husband's problems about her. Even in divorce, the man isn't safe. And this is usually the case as well, right? Like, they try and just make the dude's life a living hell no matter what.
This is one of, I don't know, 20 or 30 comments that are mostly from men on my post that are straight offended that I left a good man. Let's be clear. You can be the good guy and win, but you have to appreciate and value the woman that you're with. You can't just be the good guy. You can't just be the man that pays the mortgage, the man that takes care of his kids, and the man that's loyal. I will miss him every day of my life. I will miss him as a human being.
You can't say that your ex is a good man and then try to demonize him at the same time. Like, I don't understand. These women just say crap that contradicts themselves within the same sentence. It's crazy.
Lucky for me, we have kids together. So hopefully we can be friends. And right now we're doing a great job at that. But we both knew that we aren't meant to be together. And will I regret that? Maybe. I don't know. I don't regret it right now. And I don't think he does either. So being a good person usually doesn't take that much effort. Being a good spouse takes effort. And it has to be effort that you're willing to put in. And some of you said, well,
her ex was the one putting in the effort, and she couldn't be bothered to do the same thing. It's that simple.
were you willing to put it in? Probably not. Probably not, because it's hard to be good to somebody when you don't feel like they're being good to you. And then it's who makes the sacrifice first. And I don't know if either one of us did that. So there's my accountability for the day. You're right. It was partially my fault. 100%. I will take 50% of that 100% that it was my fault.
That's not accountability. That's blaming your ex for things that were clearly her fault. I mean, come on now.
I'm at the other house cleaning and, kind of reflecting, not on this house, like I've talked about that to death. What I'm sad about right now is none of my friends have reached out to me and asked me how I'm doing.
That's because their friends have their own problems and she doesn't even make their list at all.
And I know that right now is a really bad time. I know that it's the holidays and there are kids and there are holiday parties and there are 100,000 things going on, and I respect that. I'm not asking for help. I guess I just want a hug.
If you want help, you kind of have to ask for it. People aren't just going to magically rescue you.
While I was pregnant, I broke up with him. So when I had her, I actually didn't call him to come be a part of the birth. And I think he was a little begrudged, but that's neither here nor there. That was for me. I wanted to have that moment be sacred and special. I wanted to be able to be focused, and just be supported by my mom, my sisters, my aunts, my grandmother. I wasn't myself for a long time.
Crazy how she wanted the birth of their child to be about her. I mean, it really shows where her priorities are, and I really question how good these people are going to be at being mothers. Usually the answer is not very good, unfortunately.
I would really appreciate tapping into the mid-30s divorced women TikTokers. I don't know where you are, but I need you. I'm looking for the women who are several months, if not several years, out of their divorce. I'm 2 years out.
Reaching out to them isn't going to help. They won't be honest. They will just lie to you.
And I just want to talk to you guys and hear from you guys about just like how the you do it. How do you carry on? How do you not let this destroy you?
She's been divorced for 2 years plus, and she still hasn't figured out how to move on. I mean, there's no amount of advice that will ever be able to help her. Make sure you click on one of the videos on screen now to watch more if you liked today's video. Don't forget to take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.